Now learn the bass catching secrets of the Bassmaster Tournament Trail Pros. Coming next on the Bassmasters, right here on TNN Outdoors.
Got him one. Every time I get around him, he catches him, baby. Take your time, Larry. Here, Rick. Thank you, bud.
Today, the $4 million Bassmaster Tournament Trail stops at Lake Hartwell on the Georgia-South Carolina border for the $196,000 Bassmaster Georgia Eastern Invitational. This is one of 15 qualifying tournaments on the road to the Bassmasters Classic World Championship next August.
And a long and bumpy road it is, too, full of pitfalls and unexpected turns. Last week, downriver at Lake Richard B. Russell, there was a lot of this going on. Spoon jigging in deep water at 30 to 35 feet deep. That's how Mike Worm figured out a tough fall pattern to win the Bassmaster Georgia Top 100. Today we're on Hartwell, the next dam up on the Savannah River. The same river system, same season, just a week later. But instead of vertical jigging 35 feet deep, you're going to see a lot of this. Fast reeling, a lipless crankbait in water 1 to 2 feet deep. A complete flip-flop of bass fishing strategy. You'll learn why and how, and also witness a rare rod-to-rod shootout as the tournament leaders happen on the same shallow water pattern in the same fishing hole. I'm Bob Cobb. Stay with us. This is going to be interesting. The Bassmasters will be right back with all the action.
The Bassmaster Georgia Invitational, a 3-day fishing challenge. The sponsoring Bass Anglers Sportsman Society's Eastern Division Circuit. Over 300 anglers casting their hopes to land the $35,000 first place prize. It's the BASS Tour's first time to tackle Lake Hartwell, a sprawling 55,000-acre Corps of Engineers project on the Georgia-South Carolina border. The time is late November, the fall season, when largemouth bass move about, feeding up on the numerous baitfish schools, the shad and blueback herring that support Lake Hartwell's stockpile of 3 to 5 pound bass. With its size, Hartwell offers numerous bass fishing opportunities, such as Brad Brooks of Easley, South Carolina is fishing here, a ditch off the Tugaloo River arm. Brooks, from long-time experience, knows that largemouths migrate along the deeper ditch to feed on the nearby flat. He hooked this bass on a Carolina-rigged worm. There's reason to be grateful for a keeper-sized bass. Only 35 bass limits will be scored this first day, and that total will decline each day after. Today's overcast won't last. Bright bluebird conditions will make fishing tougher.
Alabama's Craig Daniel offers a reason why the deep jigging spoon bite's slow.
I think it's just transition right now. They're just going from deep water from shallow water to deep water. They're on the move right now. All the bait really hadn't got back in the pockets where they need to be at to really catch them. When the bait really gets balled up good, you can catch fish. They'll be pretty easy to catch again. Right now, it's just kind of, they're moving so much and it's hard to stay on top of them from day to day. It's really just kind of a guess pattern, trying to figure out where they're going to. They should be going back in these creeks to feed up on the shad, but the shad seem to be going back out of the creeks. Right now, the balls of shad are so small, it's really hard to stay on top of them.
Yesterday at the Day 1 weigh-in, Jay Yellis, a Texas-based pro, scored an impressive 5 bass limit. Jay's fishing a different pattern. He's fishing way up the Seneca arm.
And this river's got a lot of current in it because the water's coming out of a dam up there, and they release water at certain times of the day, and the water's real clear. And I'm just drifting along with the current, throwing a spinnerbait at laydowns and different types of wood cover on the bank. I'm fishing the spinnerbait pretty fast. The water's like real clear. We got about 4-foot visibility, so I'm working the spinnerbait fast, just around any type of cover that's up on the bank. I'm fishing my new Berkeley J. Ellis power spinnerbait in a summer shad skirt color with a It's a 1/2 ounce with tandem willow leaves, and that's what I caught all my fish on yesterday, the first day, including a 7-pounder. Oh, dadgummit. Let me get back in there, Howard. I'm gonna see if I can get that rascal. He hit it again. I don't believe it. Dadgum. And uh-oh. You want a good look at my new spinnerbait?
Hey,
there it is.
Talk about me now. Talk about me.
Jay's got his spinnerbait rigged with an extra trailer hook. Normally, that'll catch short strikers.
This stuff that you can see, the structure close to the boat, is worthless to throw at. You gotta bust bomb it out there. I think that's the only way we're gonna get them. Oh, there he is, Amos.
Oh, good fish.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. Well, that was my first cast, too.
At the Day 2 weigh-in, some good bags of bass do show up, but not many 5 bass limits. There's talk the leaders are spoon jigging.
Larry Lehman, he's going to move up today. Look at this, folks. Keep your eyes on the board. 11 pounds and 12 ounces. That may have put you in the lead. Hold up a couple of fish. Congratulations. It was in 3rd place yesterday, 2 pounds behind the leader, and we know the leader stumped his toe. That does move him into the tournament lead. Look at those bleached out deep water bass. You notice he's shaking? Boy, I tell you, you get pressure on these guys when there's $35,000 on the table. Did you cull any fish, or was that what you had?
I lost 2 other keepers. I had one almost 6 pounds on, and lost her, and then I lost another one just for about 230. It was probably 3 pounds, but they're in there.
But here's the big catch of the day.
Bob Hale, you have broke the code, my man. We are a 5 bass limit. Look at this, 15 pounds, 14 ounces. I think we got a new leader in the tournament. Let's see what you've done for your work today. Man, they're all the same size. No real big ones in there, but that's what wins tournaments right there, those bookends.
Well, this got a good area. It's a small area, though. I don't know if there's going to be enough fish to last. A lot of pressure. Had a lot of traffic in there today, so.
Well, that means you're splitting them up then, but you just going to have to, you have a backup spot? Anything, Bob?
No, got it all riding on this one place.
And quite a spot it is, too. Bob Hale tops the Jersey's activewear leaderboard with 29 pounds, 1 ounce. Larry Lehman's in 2nd place with 27 pounds, 2 ounces. But here's the kicker. Bob and Larry are fishing the same small area and using the same type lure. Tomorrow's final round shapes up as an old-fashioned shootout, matching number 1 and number 2 rod to rod, face to face, with $35,000 on the line. We'll be right back with the exciting showdown round. The Bassmaster Georgia Invitational, final round, and tournament leader Bob Hale starts fast.
I need some help. Yeah, I got a good one. I need some help. Got a good fish. Good fish. I can keep him down.
He's all right.
He's a good one. Grab him, Jay. Good. Grab him. Quick. Man, grab it. You ain't got one.
Back up.
Thank you, Lord.
You got it.
Thank you. All right. Tell I'm a little nervous. These fish hadn't been biting very good till up around 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. The water temperature dropped in here this morning. Last night was the coldest night we've had. And it's down to about 50 degrees when we got here this morning. The fish seem to bite best when it's about 55, 56, somewhere in that range. So anything you get before 10 or 11 o'clock is just a bonus.
Bob Hale's located a concentration of bass far in the back of Little Beaver Dam Creek. He's sharing the water with Larry Lehman, who started this morning in second place, about 2 pounds behind his first-day partner, Bob Hale. Oddly enough, both anglers practiced fishing here, then were paired by the BASS tournament computer drawing system.
Besides the off-colored water, this shallow slough has one key structure feature.
When Larry fished with me, I had my limit. I let Larry have the front of the boat, and I just went in the back, sit down. He come to this point right here and caught one weighed 613.
For the most part, this is a shallow water flat, maybe 1 to 3 feet deep. But there's a 5-foot hole off this point, the deepest water within half a mile. Bass move out of the depression to feed when shad schools are active along the shoreline.
There's a little chunk of rock up on the bank, basically. They're just coming up and chasing shad up into the bank.
Larry Lehman, like his rival Bob Hale, is casting a lipless crankbait, a 1/4-ounce Bill Lewis rattle trap in the size and blue chrome color to match the bait fish. The key is a fast retrieve to keep the lure ripping along up off the bottom in the shallow water and hopefully trigger a strike.
It's a good fish. It's a good one. Stay down, baby. Here, Rick. Thank you, buddy.
Matching the lure size to the bait is important to Bob Hale.
Most of the bait in here is real small. I think the cold winter shad never did get big this year. They won't even look at a 1/2 ounce, but this 1/4 ounce, catching a quality fish on the 1/4 ounce trap. It's really kind of a no-brainer way to fish. You just throw it out there close to the bank as you can get it and just burn it back. Need some help. Need some help, Rick. Yeah. Good fish.
All right. Want to take him around over here to the camera, or you want to?
No. Big fish.
Oh, big fish. Big fish. Hold on, Ken.
This is too good to be true. Boy, we've got us a rod-to-rod duel going on. So don't go far. The Bassmasters will be right back. The great thing about bass fishing is there's no limits to age or experience. If you like, there's the professional tournament trail where casting for cash is the big reward. But it can be a pressure cooker situation. The pot is boiling for Bob Hale and Larry Lehman. One more bass can be the difference between winning or losing $35,000.
He is. You got him a handful, don't you? He was reeling up all his words, wasn't he?
Nice bass. Both these pros could use young Alex Thrift's 4-pounder, but there's a pile of bass in this small area.
Rick. Thank you, brother. I think I'll have to have probably about 12 pounds. You never have enough.
Bob Hale's still got a chance, but right now he can't buy a bite with a credit card.
Thank you.
Sir.
I lost a good 5.5, 6 pounder here yesterday. Just came off of the boat. I'd like to find her again. God, he's running right at me.
You're all right.
This is a pretty good fish. This is a real big fish.
Keep it down. Good talk. He's a man.
God, I can't hardly do anything with him. It's so big. This fish is huge. Ah, Rick. I don't know what it is. Can't be a bass.
What if it is?
If it is, we might have to get a bigger live well.
Start fishing. Todd.
God.
Don't go any further. Right. Drive.
I'm all right. Right, pick the trolling motor up. Good God. Get him, Rick.
Look at that. Look at that. Did it.
That might do it.
1 pound 3
For
ounces.
Larry Lehman, a self-employed door manufacturer, his bass fishing career took a sharp turn today. Opportunity knocked, and he's made the most of it.
Folks. 23 pounds 4 ounces. The new tournament leader, and I bet you we're looking at the winner right here. Would you hold up a couple of them? They're all big, though. Man.
Well, there's the string that pulled it off. Larry Lehman, the Georgia Invitational champion, with a 3-day total of 50 pounds 6 ounces with 13 bass. Bob Hale takes the runner-up $22,000 prize with 36 pounds 13 ounces. Ray Sedgwick jumps to 3rd place, followed by Ron Hancock and Gerald Swindle atop the Jersey's activewear leaderboard. As a sidebar, over 300 pounds of bass were weighed in from the winner's small area, including this big bass, 8 pounds 14 ounces, caught by Ollie Alexander, also on a rattle trap.
Again.
Right now, it's time for the Pros Pointer, the how-to section of the Bassmasters. Brought to you by Wrangler Rugged Wear, geared for the outdoors.
This is how we all buy rattle traps, straight out of the box. As you can see, they have 2 different hook sizes on theirs. What I like to do with mine, I like to put 2 number 4 Gamakatsu hooks on it. I like the balance it gives the bait, and they're a little bit sharper hooks, but it's just a preference to me to change the hooks on them. Another thing when you're throwing a rattle trap up shallow, I like to use a high-speed reel, 6-to-1 ratio, Team Iowa. It helps get the bait off the bank quicker. It doesn't dig into the gravel like the conditions we were fishing this week. This is a retriever we're using in this tournament. Throwing it up on the rocks, bringing it back real quick with this high-speed reel, help you from keep the bait from getting hung up on the rocks, and give the bait a real quick, erratic motion. And that was the pattern that was working.
Next week, the Bassmaster Tournament Trail returns to its roots. Ross Barnett Reservoir near Jackson, Mississippi, where BASS founder Ray Scott fashioned the idea for play-for-pay bass fishing. Join us for the Bassmaster Mississippi Invitational and another lesson in shallow water fishing on how to bump the stump to catch more bass.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
For the Bassmasters, I'm Bob Cobb. See you all next week, right here on TNN Outdoors.
The Bassmasters has been brought to you by Berkeley Trilene, America's #1 selling fishing line. Bass Pro Shops, world's largest supplier of premium tackle. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Johnson Outboards, the power of experience. Chevy Trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
Good one.
Jersey's Activewear, the official licensed knit apparel of the Bass Angler Sportsman Society. Motor Guide, the world's most powerful trolling motors. Zebco